This free step-by-step video comes to you directly from Haynes. You can complete more than 200 jobs on this vehicle when you purchase the complete Haynes online manual at haynes.com.
Fully apply the handbrake. Using the tool provided in the toolkit, prise the centre cap from the wheel. Using the special anti-theft wheel bolt adapter where necessary, slacken each of the wheel bolts half a turn. Position the jack head under the rubber block on the underside of the door sill and raise the vehicle until the wheel is clear of the ground. Position an axle stand under the subframe to support the vehicle, then lower the jack. Fully unscrew the bolts and remove the wheel. If there's a lip of rust around the edge of the disc, insert a screwdriver into the disc vent holes and lever the caliper outwards to retract the piston a little. Using a pair of pliers, carefully pull the wear sensor from the brake pad and unclip it from the rubber strap at the bleed nipple. Note that a new wear sensor must be fitted. Pull the brake hose grommet from the bracket on the suspension strut. Using a second spanner to counterhold, unscrew and remove the lower guide pin bolt. Discard the bolt as a new one is required. Pivot the caliper upwards and secure it to the coil spring with a length of wire to prevent straining the rubber hose. Remove the outer and inner brake pads from the caliper mounting bracket, then prise away the upper and lower shims. Check that the guide pins slide easily in the mounting bracket. Measure the thickness of the pad's friction material. If any pad is worn down to 3.7 mm thickness or less, all 4 front brake pads must be renewed. Clean the mounting bracket and caliper with aerosol brake cleaner and a brush. Genuine mini brake kits include new shims. Fit the lower shim followed by the upper shim. If new pads are to be fitted, use a retraction tool to push the piston back into the caliper. Keep an eye on the fluid level in the master cylinder reservoir as the piston is retracted. If necessary, remove excess fluid with a syringe. Apply a little high temperature grease to the areas where the caliper piston and body contact the pad backing plates. The inner brake pad has a bulge to accommodate the wear sensor. Also apply a thin smear of grease to the sliding edges of the inner pad backing plate. Slide the inner pad into place with the friction material against the disc face. Apply a little grease to the sliding edges of the outer pad backing plate and slide it into place in the mounting bracket. Pivot the caliper back down over the pads, then insert a new guide pin bolt, and using a second spanner to counterhold, tighten the bolt to the specified torque. Undo the various fasteners and pull back the front section of the wheel arch liner. Trace the pad wear sensor wiring harness back and release it from any retaining clips. Unclip the harness wiring plug, depress the clips and disconnect the 2 halves of the plug. Connect the new wear sensor wiring plug and clip it into place on the inner wing. Work along its length and clip the wiring harness into the original locations. Refit the wheel arch liner and secure it with the various fasteners. Press the new wear sensor into the groove in the inner brake pad and secure the harness with the rubber strap at the bleed nipple. Refit the brake hose grommet to the bracket on the suspension strut. Depress the brake pedal repeatedly to bring the pads into full contact with the disc. Repeat the procedure with the remaining front brake, then check the brake fluid level. Locate the wheel over the hub, then insert and lightly tighten the retaining bolts. Raise the vehicle and remove the axle stand. Lower the vehicle to the ground and tighten the wheel bolts to the specified torque. Refit the wheel centre cap. Open the passenger's door and pull the bonnet release handle. Depress the safety catch and lift the bonnet. The fluid reservoir for the brake and clutch hydraulic systems is located under a cover at the rear of the engine compartment. Unclip and pull up the front edge to open the cover over the reservoir. The fluid level is visible through the side of the reservoir and should be between the maximum and minimum marks. If topping up is necessary, clean the surrounding area, then unscrew the filler cap. Add new DOT4 fluid from a sealed container to bring the level up to the maximum mark, then securely refit the filler cap. Close the reservoir cover, ensuring the clip engages. Firmly lower the bonnet and check it's securely locked.